In our modern world, wisdom can feel scarce. Seeking God is often seen as outdated. We are bombarded with information, distracted by countless pursuits. Yet, the human heart still yearns for something more, a deep and lasting satisfaction. This longing for truth and meaning is as old as humanity itself. The ancient words of Psalm 14 speak directly to this yearning. They offer a timeless message of hope, a message that resonates deeply in our modern age. This psalm reminds us that true wisdom is found in seeking God. Psalm 14 is attributed to King David, a shepherd, a warrior, and a man after God's own heart. David's life was a tapestry of diverse experiences, from the tranquil pastures where he tended his flock to the fierce battlefields where he fought for his people. His journey was marked by profound moments of introspection and divine inspiration, which are vividly reflected in his psalms. He understood the complexities of life, the struggles of faith, and the allure of temptation. David's psalms often delve into the human condition, exploring themes of doubt, hope, and redemption. His words resonate with anyone who has ever faced inner turmoil or sought solace in the divine. In this psalm, David paints a stark contrast between two types of people, the fool and the wise. The imagery he uses is powerful, drawing a clear line between those who live in ignorance and those who seek wisdom. This dichotomy serves as a reminder of the choices we face in our own lives. The fool, as depicted in the psalm, denies the existence of God. They are portrayed as individuals who are lost, wandering through life without a sense of purpose or direction. Their skepticism blinds them to the beauty and order of creation, leaving them in a state of spiritual desolation. They live as if they are the center of their own universe, and their actions are driven by self-interest. This self-centeredness leads to a life devoid of true fulfillment, as they constantly seek to satisfy their own desires without regard for others or for a higher purpose. The wise, on the other hand, acknowledge God as their Creator and Lord. They find peace and purpose in their faith, understanding that they are part of something greater than themselves. Their lives are marked by a sense of humility and gratitude, as they seek to align their actions with divine will. They seek His guidance in all that they do. This pursuit of wisdom and understanding brings them closer to the divine, fostering a deep and abiding relationship with God. Through their faith, they find strength, comfort, and direction, navigating the complexities of life with a sense of purpose and hope. The fool says in his heart, "There is no God." These opening words of Psalm 14 are striking in their directness. The fool isn't simply someone who lacks knowledge. They have actively chosen to reject God. They have closed their hearts to His truth. This rejection of God is not merely a philosophical stance. It has profound implications for how a person lives their life. If there is no God, then there is no ultimate authority, no moral compass, no accountability beyond this life. The fool is free to live as they please without regard for others or for any higher purpose. When we live as if there is no God, our lives become self-centered. Our focus shifts inward, and we become consumed with our own desires and ambitions. Relationships become transactional, and morality becomes subjective. We see the consequences of this kind of thinking all around us: greed, corruption, violence, and injustice. These are not just societal problems, they are symptoms of a deeper spiritual crisis, a crisis of meaning and purpose. Section 5. Seeking after God, a picture of the wise. In contrast to the fool, the wise person is characterized by their pursuit of God. They acknowledge their need for something greater than themselves. They understand that true fulfillment cannot be found in material possessions, fleeting pleasures, or worldly success. Seeking God is not about blind faith or empty rituals. It is about actively engaging with the divine, through prayer, meditation, and the study of sacred texts. It is about aligning our lives with God's will and seeking His guidance in all that we do. Section 6. The protection of the Almighty. The psalmist reminds us that the Lord watches over those who seek Him. His gaze is not one of mere curiosity, but of deep, abiding care. He is like a shepherd who never takes his eyes off his flock, ensuring their safety and well-being. He looks down from heaven on the children of man to see if there are any who understand, who seek after God. This divine observation is filled with love and a desire to guide us towards a path of righteousness and peace. Psalm 14, verse 2. This is not a passive observation, it is an active engagement, a constant presence in our lives. The scriptures are filled with reminders of His unwavering attention and care. It is an active engagement. God is present. He is not distant or detached, but intimately involved in our daily lives. His presence is like the gentle whisper of the wind, always there, always comforting. He sees our struggles. He hears our cries for help. In moments of despair, when we feel most alone, He is there, offering solace and strength. His compassion knows no bounds, and His love is a refuge for the weary. When we turn to God, we find refuge in His love and protection. His arms are always open, ready to embrace us and shield us from the storms of life. In His presence we find peace that surpasses all understanding. We are not immune to life's challenges, but we are assured of His presence through it all. Every trial we face is an opportunity to draw closer to Him, to lean on His strength and find comfort in His promises. He is our strength in times of weakness. When we feel we cannot go on, He lifts us up, giving us the courage to face another day. His power is made perfect in our weakness, and through Him we find the resilience to overcome, our comfort in times of sorrow. In our darkest moments, His light shines the brightest, guiding us through the valley of the shadow of death. He is the balm for our wounded hearts, the source of our healing, our hope in times of despair. When all seems lost, His promises remain. He is the anchor for our souls, steadfast and sure. In His love we find the hope to carry on, the assurance that we are never alone. Section 7. The joy of those who seek the Lord. Psalm 14 highlights the joy that comes from knowing God. This joy is not dependent on our circumstances, it is a deep and abiding sense of peace that transcends the ups and downs of life. When we center our lives around God, we experience a profound sense of purpose and fulfillment. Our relationships are transformed by love, compassion, and forgiveness. We find meaning in serving others and making a positive difference in the world. Section 8. A call to return. The psalmist laments the state of humanity when it turns away from God. He describes their actions as corrupt and their deeds as detestable. But embedded within this lament is a glimmer of hope, a call to return to the Lord. This call to return is not a condemnation. It is an invitation. An invitation to turn away from our self-destructive ways and embrace the life-giving love of God. It is a reminder that no matter how far we have strayed, God is always waiting to welcome us back with open arms. Section 9. The hope of restoration. Psalm 14 ends on a note of hope. The psalmist envisions a time when God's people will be restored, when righteousness will prevail, when the earth will be filled with the knowledge of the Lord. This vision of restoration is not just for a select few, it is a promise for all who put their trust in God. It is a reminder that even in the darkest of times, hope endures. God is at work in the world, drawing us closer to Himself and to one another. Section 10. Conclusion. A future filled with joy. The message of Psalm 14 is as relevant today as it was thousands of years ago. It speaks to the timeless human condition, addressing our deepest fears and highest hopes. In a world that is constantly changing, where technology advances at a rapid pace and societal norms shift, the core truths found in this ancient text remain steadfast. They offer a foundation upon which we can build our lives, providing guidance and wisdom that transcends the ages. In a world that often feels chaotic and uncertain, the pursuit of God offers a path to true wisdom, lasting peace, and genuine joy. Amidst the hustle and bustle of daily life, where stress and anxiety can often overwhelm us, turning to God can provide a sanctuary of calm and clarity. It is in this pursuit that we find a deeper understanding of ourselves and our place in the universe. The teachings of Psalm 14 remind us that despite the noise and confusion around us, there is a source of unwavering truth and love that we can always rely on. When we choose to seek God, our lives are transformed. This transformation is not just a superficial change, but a profound shift in our perspective and priorities. We begin to see the world through a lens of compassion and empathy, recognizing the divine in every person we encounter. Our actions become more aligned with our values, and we start to live with greater intention and purpose. The act of seeking God is a journey that enriches our lives in ways we could never have imagined. We are filled with a sense of purpose and meaning. This sense of purpose is not tied to our achievements or material possessions, but to our connection with the divine and our commitment to living a life of love and service. It is this purpose that gives us the strength to face challenges and the resilience to overcome obstacles. It is what drives us to make a positive impact in the world and to leave a lasting legacy of kindness and compassion. We find hope in the midst of suffering. Even in our darkest moments, when we feel lost and alone, the teachings of Psalm 14 remind us that we are never truly alone. There is always a source of hope and comfort that we can turn to. This hope is not just a fleeting feeling, but a deep and abiding assurance that no matter what we face, we have the strength and support to endure. It is this hope that sustains us and gives us the courage to keep moving forward. We discover the joy of living in harmony with our Creator and with one another. This harmony is reflected in our relationships, our communities, and our interactions with the world around us. It is a joy that comes from knowing that we are part of something greater than ourselves and that our lives have a purpose and meaning beyond our individual desires and ambitions. It is a joy that is rooted in love, compassion, and a deep sense of connection with all of creation. This is the promise of Psalm 14, a promise that speaks to the core of our being, offering us a vision of a life filled with peace, purpose, and joy. It is a promise that invites us to look beyond the immediate and the material, and to seek a deeper, more meaningful existence. It is a promise that assures us that no matter what challenges we face, there is always a path to hope and healing. A promise that offers hope for the present and a future filled with joy. This future is not just a distant dream, but a reality that we can begin to experience here and now. By embracing the teachings of Psalm 14 and seeking a closer relationship with God, we can start to live a life that is rich in meaning, filled with love, and overflowing with joy. This is the future that awaits us, a future filled with endless possibilities and boundless joy.